This video has been really hard for me to make. I've been chewing on Genesis chapter 6 for a few days, and I won't touch the Nephilim and the flood of 120 years later. That was interesting to me, especially the fact that if you look up how old people are today, nobody goes past 120 years. But it's been hard for me to make this video because in Genesis chapter 6, it talks about how God regretted making mankind. And I know what regret feels like. It's an awful feeling. So why would God make us if he was going to put himself through that awful feeling of regret? And I've been praying and I've been asking God, what's the answer? And I think it has to do with free will. God wanted someone to love him. He wanted mankind to love him. But he didn't want mankind to love him because he made them to love him. So he gave us free will. He created us anyways, knowing that we were going to sin because he loved us already. John 3:16 is proof of that. He created us anyways, knowing that people were going to reject him. And the reason that he did that was because he wanted those that would truly choose him. He wanted to have a loving relationship with those who wanted him. And so it was worth it for him to go through that pain, to put up with those who would reject him, so he could be with the ones that love him truly. With our free will comes responsibility, ladies. We're going to stand before God one day, and yes, hopefully you have chosen the Lord, and hopefully you love him so much. But there are things that we are teaching our children, and we don't know why we're teaching them. There's things that we're teaching our children because that's what was taught to us. But because we have free will, we have the freedom to question, which means we have the freedom to go to church, especially us here in the United States. We get to go to church and we get to listen to amazing pastors that were provided to us by the Lord himself. And sometimes these pastors are wrong. They're sinful human men. So it's our responsibility, because of our free will, to go home and to dig into the Bible and to dig into his word and to seek his face and to pray and even fast if we need to and ask the Lord for the truth. Because at the end of the day, we have to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling, and we're going to be held responsible for how we raise our children and for what we teach them. And did we just teach them what we were taught? Or did we teach them these things because we asked the Lord himself and we petitioned him for the answer? I hope this helps someone. God bless you, ladies.